Tonight on the 31 Nights of Halloween Horror, we have a movie that's featuring not quite zombies, because these people actually know how to use guns and stuff, and all they really want to do is kill people so that they can drink their blood, but they're not really vampires because they're not mortal. So I don't know what I think I should call them. Perhaps nuclear rage, blood-sucking monster people? I don't know, but tonight's movie is Nightmare City.
Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of the 31 Nights of Halloween Horror! Yes! Yes! The year of cuts, guts, and the sluts! Tonight, we go diving into the pseudo-zombie realm of horror cinema with a wonderfully cheesy Italian film directed by Umberto Lenzi, and that is Nightmare City. Yes, Nightmare City. What is it about? Well, apparently there was a nuclear accident, and the news anchor reporter guy for the local channel is going to go to the airport to interview this man after he flies in, and unfortunately strange things happen, and an unregistered flight comes barreling in, doesn't respond to the hails of the tower. Of course, it lands and all kinds of police and airport security show up. And lo and behold, when the cargo plane opens, a whole bunch of seemingly normal people show up, including that famed doctor researcher guy that the journalist needs to interview. Okay, fine. And then he pulls out a knife and starts stabbing people, and everyone just starts going off, people with axes and things, and just start stabbing and cutting people. The police and security fire back, and they don't seem to be stopping any of them, and all of a sudden you see people with like gross, nasty face whatever things going on, and then they would kill someone and pick up their gun and start shooting other people. Just an orgy of violence and chaos, and apparently these things start drinking the blood of their victims. So of course the journalist, as intelligent as he may be, says, "Hey, it's time to get the fuck out of here," right? So yeah, they bugger off, and apparently this nuclear accident caused radiation to infect these people, which made them superhuman in strength and abilities, but also causes their blood cells to die quickly, so they need fresh blood to keep themselves going, and so it also turns them into rage murder monsters too, okay, I guess. Anyways, and so of course the military gets involved, and we have a story of, well, this band of murderous, radioactive, zombie-like guys are heading into town, and what are we gonna do about it? As, of course, you know, the journalist, his whole thing is like, oh man, well, good thing my wife's, you know, at home because she's feeling what? She's not at home? Wait, she's at the hospital? That's where they're gonna send everybody! Holy shit! So, of course, you know, he's gotta try to save his wife, and, yeah. Let's just say, big city, well, maybe a medium-sized city, radioactive murder monsters that, you know, when they even just partially harm someone, they get infected and become murderous radioactive zombie monster things. And so, yeah, you can see what happens. I mean, obviously, quite the nightmarish thing. How is the government going to stop this horrible outbreak? Well, only one way to find out, people. Anyway, so let's get to those scores. Violence and gore, I am going to give this a 3 out of 5. It is bloody, and there are some nice, there's a nice deoculation that happens, but, yeah, and like, I guess there's like an axe cut wound to the head, but surprisingly, especially like that first orgy of violence, not very bloody. You see a lot of stabbing, but you don't see a lot of blood doing anything. And honestly, they didn't seem to have a budget to invest in squibs, because a lot of people get shot, but you don't really see anything. So it is violent, and there's a lot of stuff going on, and there are scenes that are bloody, but it doesn't seem to fit. So I'm only giving it a 3 out of 5. Honestly, if it fit, it probably would have been a 5 out of 5, honestly. And, you know, lack of throat ripping also kind of, you know, there's scenes where they'll like cut someone's throat, and you would expect more, or any sort of sprayal, arterial, but anyways, I digress. 3 out of 5. Shock value, 1 out of 5. I mean, there's not a whole lot of just, you know, jump moments in this movie. It's really, the shock is kind of like toward the end, where they kind of do this little, hey, guess what? And then you're just like, wait, what? And then you're like, what? And then the end happens and you're like, really? That's about it, honestly. 1 out of 5. Yeah. Going on with the plot. Plot is 2 out of 5. It is a mess, to be said. It just seems to like jump from scene to scene to scene, from one place to another, and there's like things that happen that really don't have an impact here and there. There's like the subplot about how the general's daughter and her husband are supposed to go meet up with him, but they are going to go to some sort of picnic, whatever, meet up, and so they decide to do that, and you know, it just, I don't know, it didn't really do anything. You have like this side story with this military guy's wife, and she's in the house, and he tells her, you know, lock up everything, and then like her friend comes in later, and that whole thing was just kind of like, whatever. And honestly, they could have, you know, kind of made it more piffy, I guess, is a way you could say it, and just focused on the military response and the journalist trying to figure out what's happening and get his wife and get to safety. But in the end, it just feels a bit scatterbrained. And then, of course, the twist and the ending really just kind of like makes you scratch your head and look to the skies and go, oh, really? Whatever. Anyways, so 2 out of 5. Moving on to acting. I'm going to give it a 2.5 out of 5. It is your standard Italian fare. You can, in my version, you can watch it in the Italian language, or you can watch it in the English language. Either way, you can tell who is the one speaking Italian, who's the one speaking English, just by looking at their mouths. But still, very, very middle of the road acting. No one really stands out. No one's really horrible. No one's really, you know, spectacular. Average fare, 2.5 out of 5. Moving on to Nudity. Nudity is a 2.5 out of 5. There are several scenes. They are brief for the most part. It just seemed like kind of like a joke where it's like, oh my goodness, the bloodthirsty killing machines are attacking a woman, so the first thing they have to do is like tear her shirt off before they stab her, because you know, it's been like a couple minutes and we need some tits. Right? Okay, so, you know, it's like there's like a scene where they attack this dance show, and, you know, the women are wearing these kind of like, you know, dance one pieces and whatnot, and, you know, they're being attacked, and like randomly, like one of the girls is running around, and for some reason it kind of went too low for some, I don't know how, whatever. I bet you the director's like, you know, we need something extra in this shot. Hey, you, just pull those down and like run towards the camera, whatever. And I'm not saying I disagree with it. I'm not saying I'm complaining about this. I'm just saying this is kind of what you'll expect. 2.5 out of 5. Moving on to enjoyment factor, it is a 3 out of 5 for me. It's cheesy good fun. It's weird. It's violent. There is some, like I said, some nice effects in there, even though a lot of it is, a lot of it should be bloodier. But overall, it's a fun, shut off your brain, get some popcorn, get some friends, watch and have fun seeing people get murdered by insane, radioactive, zombie-like people. And then have them drink their blood. I mean, it's a fun movie. It's a fun, nice movie. 3 out of 5. I enjoyed it, and I think you two will. Also, moving on to overall impression, is a 2.5 out of 5. Outside of its weirdness and cheesiness, it doesn't really offer anything new to the genre. It doesn't do anything groundbreaking. It's a basically serviceable horror movie, zombie movie, zombie-esque movie. I don't even know if they really considered zombies at this point, but it's a fun, cheesy little movie. Don't expect to be blown away by anything. Don't expect to be super inspired, but it might. Just know that it's going to be a standard zombie-esque, violent horde chaos movie that has a bit of problems with the plot and and an ending that's just like, why? What? You're not being clever, dude. Actually, you're almost being insulting in a way. But anyway, so 2.5 out of 5. That averages out to a solid 2.4 out of 5 for such a movie. And there you have it. Umberto Lenzi's Nightmare City. I review another movie by Umberto Lenzi, which is Nightmare Beach. I mean, I don't know, but maybe he likes having the word nightmare in front of everything. I don't know. It could be just a coincidence. Anyways, there you have it. Nightmare City. One of the all-time cheese greats, I guess someone has once said. Tell me what you think in the comment section below. Do you agree with me, disagree with me, you like it, hate it, loathe it, whatever it is. And don't forget to do that whole rate, comment, subscribe, bell, ring thing. Sacrifice your paycheck to my Patreon, which doesn't exist, by the way, because honestly, I don't think anyone would pay for any of this shit anyways, and I just can't even comprehend what kind of extra special super secret boys club content I could possibly even create to entice anyone to do any of that stuff. Anyways, but also, I'm just curious if you are still around. I've been trying to streamline these reviews a bit more because I've been told that I can be a bit long-winded and sort of meander on certain points and stay there a little bit longer and over-explain things. And so I'm doing an experiment. I know that some people actually like the fact that I go super in-depth and talk a lot about certain aspects of movies because that sort of gives them a better feel for what to expect in the movie. I don't know, but I'm curious. Maybe I should put this announcement in front of one of my reviews instead of at the end where no one's watching. But anyways, if you do, please comment, rate, tell me all about that, what you think about the new streamlined stuff. And I will leave it off there. So thank you again for watching another episode of the 31 Nights of Halloween Horror. And remember to stay scary, internet. And also, if you have, no, that would be too spoilers. Well, let's just say, if you're out at the airport and there's like this, unauthorized plane landing, and then when people come out and they start just killing and slashing people, I know it'd be confusing and strange, and you're just trying to figure out what's going on, but honestly, that instinct that tells you to, like, run just to get the fuck out right now, really listen to that immediately. And not just, like, run and get the F out into the city, but perhaps maybe just, leave the entire area. I don't know. I'm just saying. That's a possibility. I know your guy's wife, but whatever. I'm just saying, for reference, just in case. Anyways. See you later.